we've come a long way on our B-17 build. We're at the point now where we're almost ready to paint. And if you look at the airplane here, I've done all the assemblies, everything's on it, the wings are on, so forth. They still come off, but they're temporarily on there. Engines are done, propellers, the landing gear is painted. I have it down here, just haven't installed it yet. And any little detail parts that still have to go on I have here. But overall, it's basically done. The last thing we need to do, and this is the tricky part, and this is probably the most delicate operation you're going to do on this airplane, is to put the clear parts on. You get one shot at clear parts. You can't mess them up. You know how it is. You get glue on a clear part, it's finished. So basically we're going to put on the clear pieces. I stuck the nose piece on here just so you could see. I'm going to put the windows, the canopy glass, everything in it. And then before we paint, what we're going to do is we're going to use a product from Eduard. These are called Eduard masks. Pretty self-explanatory. These are the mask pieces that you put over the clear parts so that when you paint it, the glass stays clear and then you peel them off. And they're basically sheets of pre-cut masking paper. You can see a couple of them around here. I already used them on the waist gun windows. You peel these off after you put the windows in, carefully glue your windows in, and then you put the masks on. Then we go ahead and spray it. You also use some of this liquid masker that we used before in combination with some of these. And the instructions, they give you really good instructions in the Eduard masks that show you where they go and where to put the liquid mask on in combination with them. So we're going to put our clear parts into the B-17, we're going to mask them, and then it's going to be ready for that olive drab and a gray paint. All right, let's take a look at Eduard masks. The B-17. I thought we would start with a small piece. In other words, instead of handling the big giant airplane here, I would start with maybe the ball turret here, which has to be masked off. And if you refer to research and you look in your books like I do, you'll notice the ball turret has a lot of clear windows in it, and the rest of it's painted gray. Now, the model piece, which I have here, I'm going to take this off of the mount. Get rid of the mount. I'm going to take the guns out of it. I left those off to make painting easier and masking easier. So if you look at the ball turret here, it's a clear piece. I mean, they give it to you and it's all clear. The back piece is plastic, is styrene. That's solid. But the rest of it's clear. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the Eduard masks and mask off some of the ball turret so you can see how these masks work. It's really simple stuff, but you have to be careful. You have to line them up correctly because once you put paint on them, that's it. So let's put this down and let it sit on its side so it doesn't roll away. Now, the Eduard masks come with instructions, really good instructions that show you where all the masks go on the airplane. And if you look here, let's see, I'm trying to get my line it up here so you can see it. This is the ball turret area here. And most of the masks for the ball turret are going to be on this sheet here, which is 198B. There's 4 sheets in here, A, B, C, and D. And B has all the pieces on it. Now, it's kind of tough to see the marks on these, but if you look and you hold it in different lights, you'll see something. And I saw the circle that goes in the middle of the ball turret, so I know I got the right sheet. So let's do a little bit of masking on the ball turret. I'll put my instructions here so I can look at them, and hopefully you'll be able to follow along here. I'll just put a couple on so you can see how it works. So this is the ball turret, and I'm going to come over here so you can see. I'm going to pull off this circular piece that goes in the center first. So the tools you'll need are simple. I usually use an X-Acto knife and a pair of tweezers. So let's find that circle, which I see. Let's see, I'm trying to get into the camera here so you can see it too, but I see it right here in the center. And I'm going to pop this off. And I'm also going to put on my magnifiers here. So I'm going to pull this off. You can see that's the circle piece that goes right in the center of the ball turret. And I'm just going to line it up. And you want to take your time, line it up properly. You can peel it off if you're not happy with its placement, But these are cut to the exact size, so make sure you get them in there right. And press it down a little. That looks pretty good to me. What do you think? So now I'll go ahead and I'll do the other windows that are on the ball turret. And I'll do the whole thing. Then when it's all done, I can spray it, then peel those off, and the clear areas will be exposed. All the masks are on the ball turret now, as you can see. I got the sides all done. There's a lot of windows on there. The gunner had to have a good peripheral vision. He had to see out of all those little windows to see if any German fighters were coming at him. So I noticed one thing also is there's two little openings on the sides, and they're the ejection chutes for the bullet shells to fall out of. I need to plug those off also so that no paint goes in when I shoot the primer and paint. So I'm going to put a light coat of primer just to check my seam lines, and then I'm going to put paint on it, and then we'll come back, peel the mask, and see how it looks. Okay, I'm at the paint booth and I've painted the ball turret. So let's take off some of these masks and see how it came out. Just be patient with me here. I gotta be careful because I don't want to scratch the clear. Alright. Take your time so you don't scratch anything. It's coming off nice. Pulled a little bit of paint off of there, but it looks pretty good. Have to do a little touch up right on the edge. So I'm going to continue and pull these off, and then we'll take a look at it when it's done. There you go. We've removed all the masks from the ball turret. It looks pretty darn good to me. A couple little touch-ups to do where a little bit of paint came off, but that's okay. So we'll move on with the Eduard masks onto the aircraft itself.